Hi guys, I'm Shandor, welcome to my cinema. I recently started reading after a long time, and honestly I've been really enjoying reading again. And I just finished George Orwell's 1984 literally like 2 days ago. And I thought it was brilliant. It was really depressing, but it was brilliant. I thought the writing was incredible, the world building is absolutely fantastic, but it's also really sad if you apply that world into today's world, because sometimes it's scarily accurate, honestly. But anyway, I thought it was riveting. I really enjoyed the book, so I figured I should watch 1984, made in 1984. Now, as far as I know, the book was first made into the big screen in 1956 or something, but I really wanted to watch this one. So I don't know the cast, but I heard that this is a pretty faithful adaptation, so here comes 1984. 3, 2, 1. Who controls the past, controls the future. Who controls the present, controls the past. Ingsoc. Yeah. That's a telescreen. By the way, I read it in Hungarian because, hello, I'm Hungarian. So I don't know all the authentic expressions, but yeah.
The dark, murdering armies of Eurasia.
Yeah, they constantly change who the enemy is.
Shout! Shout! Shout out his name!
Is that Goldstein? Yeah, that's Goldstein. Honestly, I don't even think he exists. He said Big Brother is not real. It's true. Okay, so this segment I think is called 2 Minutes of Hate in English. Because the party thinks that the basis to control people is hate. They're not exactly wrong, just look at what's going on in the world. Everybody hates everything. Everyone. I'm guessing that's Julia. Yeah, this very much feels like how the world was in the communist world, you know, like Stalin, under Stalin and things like that. Well, I mean, when Orwell wrote the book, you know, it was, oh, is that Big Brother? You know, I think a lot of his ideas about the book was based on the Communist Party of Russia. Richard Burton. Okay, I lied. I know some of the cast. Music, Eurythmics. That's unexpected. This is pretty cool. They're wearing the overalls. As it's written in the book, there's a picture of Big Brother. Oh yeah, this is how they're watching him. Mini-Prod pledged no reduction in 30-gram chocolate ration.
Mini-Prod forecast increased chocolate ration April 1984 from 20 to 25 grams per week.
Yeah, so they're actually decreasing it. So that's what Winston is doing, along with a lot of other people. He is an ALDER party member, I think, in English. Sorry, again. And they're basically rewriting everything. And nobody questions anything. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty incredible. Victory cigarette. He has a telescreen in his home. This is how the book starts, actually. He goes home.
I have committed, even before setting pen to paper, the essential crime that contains all others in itself.
Yeah. As it turns out, there are people who are actually watching you, and they're looking at your body language even. April 4th,
1984.
Yeah. But he's unsure about it. Yeah, he said, I think. Yeah. They're even making up the dates. How about that?
From a dead man.
Yeah.
Greetings.
That's pretty accurate so far. He said from a dead man because he knows he's already dead. because he has committed thought crime. Meaning, his thoughts do not align with the party's.
Anyone under 45 is perfectly capable of touching his toes.
No,
I'm 39
I'm
and
not.
I've had 4 children. Remember our boys on the Malabar front. Just think what they have to put up with.
Choco rations going up.
Yeah.
25 grams next week. Double plus good, eh?
That's newspeak. Double plus good. It means super good, right? It's really nice. Even the food that they get seems to be accurate to the book. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed.
You won't have seen the dictionary, 10th edition yet, Smith? It's that thick. The 11th edition will be that thick.
Yeah, the whole purpose of newspeak is to simplify the language so far, or so much, that people are not going to be able to think.
Praise be to our leader and the party workers.
It's an encouraging thought that by 2050 not a single person will be able to have a conversation like this.
See the hanging? Messed up myself. Bloody committees. I don't think there's a single piece of meat in this stew.
Yeah.
Looks like meat. Tastes like meat. Isn't meat at all.
All over Oceania, there have been spontaneous demonstrations of party workers voicing their gratitude and joy.
Yeah, spontaneous.
If they could become conscious of their own strength, they would have no need to conspire.
Yeah, but they're not going to be. That's the problem. So proles are people who are not part of the party.
Today awarded posthumous Order Conspicuous Merit Second Class.
Yeah, so far I'm really, really impressed. The only thing is that the book is full of descriptions, and you get to know the whole world so well. So I have pre-existing knowledge about all this. I don't know if I had not read the book, I don't know how much I would actually understand about what is going on here at this point. But I'm very much impressed as to how they were able to put it to screen.
Yes. Oh, please look round.
He's actually an agent of the thought police.
It's over 100 years old. Cost you $4.
Okay, so what Winston is doing here is he's trying to find connection to a world where this system did not exist, Honestly, at the same time, I mentioned that the book is full of awesome descriptions of this world, but I'm glad that we're not getting endless lines of exposition here. But yeah, so Winston is trying to find some things. Actually, he's trying to find things out about the old world, because he knows some things about it. At least, he's heard some things, and he wants to know if it is true or not.
53 female. Sector 44.
Okay, we're moving way too fast compared to the book, but it's okay. She's gonna trip.
309 female.
Yeah,
222 male.
she's gonna slip a note into his hand.
179 female. Sector 48. 569.
You all right?
It's nothing.
Yeah, you're not really allowed to interact with people. I love you. Yeah.
The forces of Oceania in South India have won a glorious victory. I am authorized to say that the war against Eurasia is within measurable distance of its end.
No, it's never gonna end.
Can you get Sunday afternoon?
Yes.
Take this. Are you sure you can come?
Yes.
Yeah, telescreens everywhere. Everywhere. And hidden microphones also. Yeah, this is... I'm continuously impressed. This doesn't happen this early in the book, so one thing I do hope is that they're not gonna bloat the romance line or the romantic part of the book, because that's, well, while it's important, it's not the most important thing in the book, I think.
Hundreds of times.
With party members?
Yes.
Inner party members?
Not with those bastards. Though there's plenty who would.
Oh, yeah.
We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness.
That's a guy called O'Brien.
As we all know, the biological and social stimulation of the family leads to private reflection outside party needs.
Yeah.
And to the establishment of unorthodox loyalties, which can only lead to thought crime. With the neutralization of the orgasm, will effectively render obsolete the family until it becomes impossible to conceptualize. Thank you.
Yeah, they're basically planning to take the babies away from the families and everything. But also in this world they are raising the children so that they are actually spying on the parents. It's freaking crazy. It's madness. Okay, I hope we're gonna get to see Julie and Winston actually talking about the system, because that's actually a really fascinating part of the book. Because they don't quite agree, you know?
Real sugar. Not saccharin. And I've got a loaf of bread, proper white bread. And jam.
Yeah, those things are rare.
A real tin of milk.
Actually, no, there's the inner party, and they got all the good stuff. Oh.
Real coffee. Inner party, half a kilo.
How did you manage to get hold of all this?
Oh, there's nothing those bastards don't have.
Yeah.
Listen to that. How could you make a song written by a machine sound so beautiful?
Ring a bell. A song written by a machine. When I read that, I was like, oh, okay. Here we are.
14 heavy tank divisions, supported by
There is truth, and there is untruth. Freedom is the freedom to say 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
That is granted. All else follows.
Rectify ref one person. Yeah, it means that person got, taken away, probably made into, I don't know, dust. The crazy part is that everybody is forging these documents, and neither of them question it because they can't.
There are some plus skillful new developments. Let me give you my address.
Yeah, so this is O'Brien. And in the book, Winston is thinking O'Brien is a person he can talk to. And this whole thing is basically just a sham so that O'Brien invites him to his place. And later it turns out that O'Brien is just, one, he's an inner party member, but also he's a member of the Thought Police.
Recently awarded posthumously the Order of Conspicuous Gallantry for his actions in the recent glorious victory.
Yeah, this is something that Winston made up.
On the Malabar front in South India.
Never see one another again.
Yes.
Our luck can't last.
It won't.
Julia, do you think the resistance is real?
No. None of it's real.
Yeah. Honestly, I think she's right. In the book, it remains a question, basically. Although I think it's heavily implied that there is no resistance. You know, it's all made up.
Oceania is at war with Eastasia. Oceania has always been at war with Eastasia.
See that, just
Eurasia
in a
is
split
our ally.
second.
Eurasia has always been our ally.
In a split second, and nobody's questioning it.
The past is erased. The erasure forgotten.
Imagine
Lie
if
becomes truth.
somebody told you,
becomes a lie again.
from now on, fire is wet. And you're like, yeah, of course, it's always been. Room 101. Okay. That's gonna come into play later.
I knew what I had done. And I couldn't help myself.
You know, the interesting thing is that a lot of the visuals of this movie kind of reminds me of the Wall movie by Pink Floyd. How about that? Well, actually, in that, the protagonist, Pink, also imagines himself as this authoritarian leader. So it kind of makes sense, but it's really interesting. This movie visually kind of reminds me of The Wall.
What counts is that we don't betray each other.
Oh, you will.
If you mean confessing, we're bound to do that.
Exactly.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
You can't help it. They can torture you and make you say anything, but they can't make you believe it. They can't get inside you.
Outer party member 66755 Davis, Mini Prod Women's Section.
Okay, in the book, Julia also is
That
there.
includes the malicious propaganda
To our leader.
the fact that our eternal allies in Eurasia
Yeah.
are turning
Actual
against
wine.
You can...
Turn it off.
Yes. You're allowed that privilege. There are thought criminals who maintain that the resistance is not real. Believe me, Winston, it is very real. If Goldstein himself fell into the hands of the thought police, he could not give them a list of his agents. Such a list does not exist. There is no possibility of change in their lifetime. In the face of the thought police, they cannot act collectively.
Goodbye, brother.
Yeah, so, okay, this scene is a lot longer in the book, and I think a lot more interesting. They agree that Winston is going to get a book of Goldstein and things like that. And O'Brien is actually asking him and Julia if they are willing to do horrible things in the name of the resistance. And they're like, yeah.
The people of Oceania and our traditional allies.
The practice of oligarchical collectivism by Goldstein.
Until the
Yeah.
final victory has been achieved.
Honestly, my only problem with the book was that we never got to see who's at the very top. Although, maybe it's not just one person. Maybe it's a lot of people. Maybe it's also O'Brien, you know? But we never get to know.
It does not matter if the war is not real, or when it is, that victory is not possible. The war is not meant to be won. It is meant to be continuous. A hierarchical society is only possible on the basis of poverty and ignorance.
That is very true.
I understand how. I don't understand why.
And there's actually a really interesting answer for that. O'Brien says, purely for the sake of power.
Let's make some more coffee.
If this is faithful to the book, then they are going to get captured really soon. We are dead?
The future is hers.
I thought he was going to say we're dead.
We are the dead.
There it is.
We are the dead.
You are the dead. Remain exactly where you are. Make no move until you are ordered. Clasp your hands behind your heads. Stand out in the middle of the room. Stand back to back.
Please.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's watching everybody.
Thought crime is so insidious.
Yeah, he said something in his sleep,
Just
and
creeps up on you.
his kid actually reported him. That's the world they are living in.
Very proud of her. Very grateful I've been discovered before it's too late. There's nothing I won't confess. Nothing. I've told you everything already.
Room 101 is a specialized room. It's tailor-made for each individual, where they are faced with their innermost fear, whatever it may be. In case of Winston, it's rats.
You knew this would happen, Winston. Don't deceive yourself. You've always known it.
It is true. He did know. He did know.
Will you please remember that during our conversation, I have it in my power to inflict pain on you at any time, and in whatever degree I choose. You are mentally deranged. You suffer from a defective memory.
Depends on how you look at it, huh?
Which power is Oceania at war with?
Eastasia.
And Oceania has always been at war with Eastasia, has it not? Tell me what you think you remember.
Yeah, well, it's not true.
That until only a week before I was arrested, we weren't at war with Eastasia at all. It was Eurasia.
They never existed.
Yeah, if you haven't read the book, this means nothing.
Only the disciplined mind can see reality, Winston. It needs an act of self-destruction.
For what else can I say? Fine for anything you like, only please stop it.
Sometimes, Winston. Sometimes they're 5. Sometimes they're 3.
Yeah, so what they're doing is, they're trying to indoctrinate, well, Winston here, but basically everybody. Not to believe what they see or hear, but to believe what something other than themselves say. In this case, the party. So no individual thought whatsoever. Interesting, isn't it? Where have I seen that before?
The mind of the party, which is collective and immortal.
See? The mind of the party is collective and immortal. You cannot think any otherwise.
I don't know. I don't know.
Better. As long as he resists us, we never destroy him. We make him one of ourselves before we kill him.
Yeah, which is absolute madness.
She betrayed you, Winston. Immediately, unreservedly. All her rebellion, deceit, folly, dirty-mindedness has been turned out of her.
Does Big Brother exist?
No.
Of course.
No.
In the same way as me.
You do not exist. You have not asked me the question that is uppermost in your mind, Winston. You know what is in room 101. Everyone knows what's in room 101.
In the book, he actually also asked, does the rebellion or the resistance actually exist? And O'Brien says, you'll never know that. You'll never figure that out.
You see at least that it is possible.
Well, yeah, when you fry somebody's brain.
Power is not a means, it is an end. In our world, there will only be triumph and self-abasement. Everything else we shall destroy. Because when we can cut man from his own past, then we can cut him from his family, his children, other men.
And from culture also, which is very important.
There is no loyalty except loyalty to the party.
Yeah?
You are thinking that my face is old and tired. That while I talk of power, I am unable to prevent the decay of my own body.
You'll fail.
Why?
It's impossible. Hatred and fear have no life. Something will defeat you. Life will defeat you.
Eventually, I think so, yes. Nothing lasts forever. So, I do think so.
Men are infinitely malleable.
That is also very, very true.
Or perhaps you return to your old idea that the proletarians will arise. Put it out of your mind.
In the end, they'll beat you. Sooner or later, they'll tear you to pieces.
No book is individually produced, as you know.
Yeah, not even that one.
I just believe it. I know you'll fail. There's something in this world, some spirit that you will never overcome. The spirit of man.
And do you consider yourself a man?
Yes.
Your kind is extinct. We are the inheritors. You unexist.
You unexist. But yeah, in a way, yeah, because they are trying to build the collective mind, you know? And that's why Newspeak also exists in this world. They're trying to shape language into such a thing where no one is able to think even oh, holy crap, anything outside of what the party wants to them to think. You know, it's pretty crazy. Read the book, seriously, it's good.
When will you shoot me?
It might take a long time. But don't give up hope.
Yeah.
If I think I float, and you think I float, then it happens.
Again, this is an allegory of the collective.
Room 101.
Yeah, let's face the rats. So what they are trying to do in Room 101 is to cut him off of his last piece of humanity, which is his love for Julia.
They will attack a baby, and within 5 minutes strip it to the bone. They also attack the sick and dying. They show astonishing intelligence in knowing when a human being is helpless. And the door of the cage will slide up. These starving brutes will shoot at you like bullets.
Yeah, and this is where he's gonna betray Julia. Yeah.
Do it to Julia! Do it to Julia! Not me!
And with that, he was cured.
It's not just a question of losing Africa. For the first time, the territory of Oceania itself is threatened by invasion.
It's inconceivable. I told them all about you. I'm only thankful they got me before it was too late.
Yeah, see, she's cured too.
I have a meeting to go to. We must meet again.
Yes.
Which they most likely won't. So, based on their interaction here, you know, they don't feel love for each other anymore.
I accuse myself of the following crimes.
Ah, and there he is.
I have seduced party members of both sexes. I deliberately contracted syphilis in order to spread the disease to my wife and other party members.
Oh crap. It's a great shot, actually. Well, he's fully cured. See? Only takes months of torture and things like that. Oh, it was John Hurt. Okay. Good to know. Well, guys, this was 1984. Okay, honestly, I'm pretty much impressed. This was almost totally faithful to the book. I think it was very, very well done. I loved how they were able to bring this world to life, you know, and bring it to the big screen, even though I'm watching it on my computer. Anyway, honestly, I think it was really, really well done. My only thing is that, you know, I have read the book, and I'm wondering how would I have been able to enjoy this movie or understand this movie having not read the book, you know, because I know all the bits and pieces the movie is going through and everything, but had I not read the book, I would have loved to see more of this world, or I would have loved to learn more of this world, although it kind of makes sense because basically the audience member only knows as much as Winston does. But still, if you read the book, the world is so incredibly well described, you know, and built up. It's fascinating, actually. So if you've only seen the movie, I highly recommend reading the book, because it's like the movie, it's just a lot more detailed. And also, we get to delve more into the mind of Winston, which I think is really, really interesting also. And then Winston and Julia have much more conversations, and it's really interesting to see where they stand, you know, because Winston very much wants to overthrow the government, while Julia doesn't really care about all these kind of things. He's basically a rebel for, you know, strictly rebellion's sake. She just wants to live freely, basically, but she doesn't care about politics and things like that. But Winston is very much interested in the inner workings of all this, you know. So they don't always see eye to eye with each other in the book, and I really enjoyed those conversations that they had in the book and things like that. But still, I'm actually very much impressed how accurate this movie was. So here's my question: if you have seen the movie but you have not read the book, you know, what do you think of this movie? What is your take on this? I think me having read the book enriched my experience watching this movie a lot. So, but yeah, you know what? Great freaking job. And I have to give it to Eurythmics, and there was also some other person who composed the score of this, but it was really, really fitting. I'm very positively surprised, honestly. It's still a really depressing tale. But honestly, there are many, many things, and I think Orwell said that this was a satire on his part. He said, I don't think that such a world is going to come, but I can see something similar actually happening in real life. Well, a lot of the things are happening, actually. And a lot of the things were true even back in 1948, depending on, you know, which part of the world we were talking about, or we are talking about. So, it's pretty sad, isn't it? Anyway, good movie. I was very pleasantly surprised. Guys, thank you so much for watching this movie together with me. Thank you so much for watching this movie together with me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and see you next time at the cinema. Bye.